We have so many great names and great products here at HSN. I do want to give you a quick peek at our today's special because indeed in a few minutes we're going to take our last and final look. It's your last chance to get in on a phenomenal deal. I think we named this completely wrong. I'll be real honest with you. I wish we just would have skipped the word air fry at the beginning. You should just call this an oven because guys, this is so cool. This compact, amazing design that feeds between 4 to 6 people is actually a fully functioning oven. And it's about 12 inches by 12 inches by 12 inches. It's so compact, but it's powerful. The neat thing about it, it also has the additional feature of being the most advanced air fryer we've ever offered and the most clever we've ever offered. It's from Dash. They're known for making exceptional products. They're some of my very favorite kitchen products I've ever owned, have that Dash name on them. If you've not seen it, and when was the last time you used your big stove, because it's a pain, you're gonna love that, so stay with us. You'll see it in a few moments. But let's get cooking with some more great items, and this is another awesome name with brilliant German engineering. And if you know anything about German technology and engineering, they almost over-engineer everything they do to make sure that you just have an exceptional experience, and that certainly is the Braun name. We all know that. To give you an idea, this is so multi-purpose, and we'll prove it in just a second, but just so you'll know, we've got this great little masher attachment. That's normally a $25 additional purchase. This converts into a chopping system. That's normally $25. So right there with just these two items alone, not the rest of everything you're seeing, the beaker, the whisk, and the unit itself, you're spending $50. So for $9 more, you're getting everything else that you see here on this collection. Now, here's the big deal. 4 flex pays, and this is the lowest price we've ever offered. And of course, it's that famous hand blender from Braun. Hi, Steph.
How are you?
Big deal.
Yes, amazing value. I love that. If you have never worked with a hand blender, I gotta tell you.
Oh, you don't know what you're missing.
Yeah, it has literally changed my world. And what I like so much about this one in particular is that I've got 350 watts right here in the palm of my hand. So I'm not giving up any power. You know what I am giving up? Hauling out the big, bulky blender. And there's times I do it. I've gotten on a green smoothie kick. I'm very proud of myself. But I thought that I had to get out the big blender to do it because of all the fiber, because of the greens. You notice what we're missing in here? I'll hold it up so you can get a good look at it. Liquid.
No liquid.
There is no liquid in here. And for sure then I would think I gotta get out the big several $100 clunky blender.
Sure.
You don't.
Or a juicer.
Or a juicer, right.
Right.
And then I'd have to clean it, and that's a whole different story we won't get into.
Right, exactly.
But what I can do just in the palm of my hand is that I start to break through the fibers in those juicy fruits. And you know what I realize? I don't need the calories of adding a liquid. I don't need to water down my smoothie by trying to avoid calories and using water, because those grapes, they're full of liquid. Yep. That cucumber, it's full of liquid.
Spinach.
And once I get down to the bottom, you can see a vortex forming just from a hand blender that I am able to use for my green smoothie. And that took all of about, what, 30 seconds?
30 max.
And suddenly, this is how green smoothies have gotten on my menu every single morning. It has completely changed my eating habits.
Yeah, you know what? I'm doing the same darn thing too, other than tonight when I was eating all the stuff that came out of the oven. I've been really trying to be good about it.
But it's air fried, so that's okay.
Air fried, so I feel a little less guilty. But what I love about this too is I've committed to that as well. So every morning I do a whole protein thing, and I've got all the same kind of ingredients. I use the baby spinach. I use all the greens. And boy, I'll tell you what, if you've got a complicated system to your point, you don't do it. You go, oh, the first week you're good, and the second week you're like, if I have to pull all that stuff out just to make my smoothie, I'm out.
It was the cleaning that was doing me in.
Great
so
point.
let's talk about cleaning. First of all, you're getting the beaker. And at first I thought, oh, well, that's nice, but I probably won't really use it. It's all I use. Because it is the absolute
you can drink straight out of it.
depth. You can. There are many days where I am exactly that asleep. But it's the perfect depth for that when you're working with the blending wand, that it goes right in. Now, take a look at the mess I didn't make until I took it apart, because there's no spray. This is called the Power Bell, and this is so well engineered with Braun's German engineering. And I'll show you that on one of our cleaner ones as we get going.
Good.
Isn't that amazing?
So good.
So there's no spray. This all pops right into the dishwasher, and the whole process becomes so easy. So if healthier eating is on the agenda, this makes it so great. And yes, I love that combination of the fruit and the greens.
That is absolutely delicious.
So now let's talk about about the value because we're getting so many different pieces and parts. This is the masher. And the reason we like this so much is because the holidays are right around the corner. What is the hardest thing for the holidays? And I outsource it to my mother-in-law every holiday because I don't like making mashed potatoes. I admit I hate peeling them the most, and I know John Farrell has a solution for that. But the other reason I outsource it is because they're not always good, right? They don't always turn out. And it's kind of embarrassing, especially when you do what I do for a living, where people are like, oh, your mashed potatoes really aren't very good. Well, I have finally realized why. Because I didn't have something that incorporated air as I mashed.
No kidding, that's the trick?
It is the trick, and that's why something that is specifically called a masher makes such a difference. Yes, I can do this with a hand blender, but you know what happens when you do it with the hand blender? It over mixes.
Right.
So then
Which
they
breaks
get
down.
then it breaks down the starch, they get kind of pasty, they get mushy. That's what's wrong with our mashed potatoes. Braun taught me that with the masher edition, because now making mashed potatoes so much easier. Do you see how they're coming out? I call them little swirlies. They're coming out in the little swirlies from the top. Those little swirlies are infused with air, and that's what's gonna make these light and fluffy.
Really?
And so when you go to a restaurant, I know I thought, why the heck are theirs so much better than mine?
Right.
You would think they'd be hard to make in big batches. Well, no, they have industrial size mashers that aerate the whole batch. Now you have a masher for your hand, and you can make these perfect potatoes. I will not outsource them this year. I will do it myself.
Your mother-in-law's like, hallelujah.
Exactly.
She's not leaving me with that crappy
Probably
job.
tired of that job. And by the way, it works just as well if we were gonna do it with cauliflower, because I know, of course, riced and mashed cauliflower.
Do you know on Pinterest there is a gazillion recipes for riced cauliflower, and nobody knows how to make it taste right. Nobody is, I mean, they really don't. They give you this, they give you that, and people try different techniques. For cauliflower, mashing it as an alternative, and everyone wants to cook that way because now it's an alternative to mashed potatoes.
Exactly.
With none of the guilt. This is gonna make that perfect mashed texture.
It is wonderful. And I have to tell you, and we're not doing it tonight because I tend to eat it all, avocado, the guacamole this masher makes is out of this world, because you know why?
Is it velvety?
Yes, because again,
like almost a moussey?
There's places you go where their guacamole is just so light and fluffy.
Yeah.
Again, it's that aeration. It's adding the air.
Kidding.
So then we're thinking value. You know, people pay $25 just for a great masher. I totally get why.
Right.
But you're getting the masher. Remember, this is the attachment top that's gonna switch and do everything. It'll do my masher. It'll do my power bell. And it will also do my food chopper. Now, I've paid $50, $60, $70 for a good 2-cup food chopper for many different brands. Well, with Braun, I'm taking this same top, and again, I wanna show you how easy it is. I'm squeezing the sides, I'm pushing it in, and I'm good to go. Now I have my 2 choices of speeds. So I tend to start things on low because honestly, 350 watts is a lot of power.
Right.
It's as big a power as a lot of our stand mixers. So I start things on low just to kind of get a look at not, you know, over pureeing anything, and think, this is tarragon, we're gonna put it to a soup, and think, all right, I want a little more oomph. So then I go to high.
That's great.
And that's the difference. But you have such control. Do you see how I primarily pulse? Because I like to just keep an eye on things. If you want to let her rip, let her rip. It's got the power. So you have lots of different options.
So we've shown it so far as the juicer that you did down there. Right. We just did the mashed potatoes. That's your masher.
My masher attachment.
Now it's your food chopper. It's your food processor.
It's a mini food processor.
That's amazing.
And by the way, it isn't all that mini. This holds 2 cups. Sometimes I rice my cauliflower. I would do that in here. High speed, raw vegetables, no problem.
Wait, and by the way, we haven't even gotten to whip.
Oh yeah, we'll get there.
I mean, think of how many different things and tools you'd have to have in your kitchen to match what this does. And then how much would you spend all that? Just a real quick point, lowest price we've ever offered. This is the night to get this if you're looking for it. Or if you want to give it as a gift. Because remember, it's going to take up so much less space than the chopper and the masher and the handheld, you know, when you're using the thing.
Which thingy? Which thingy?
That does the whippy.
Oh, the whipping cream? The whisk?
The whisk, thank you.
The hand beaters? The whippy thing?
Yeah, the hand beaters, thank you.
You're thinking hand beaters.
I was thinking that, the hand beater.
And by the way, you spray it on the ceiling when you use the hand beaters.
Yes, it goes
all
everywhere.
over your cabinets.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
You know, I love the point about the amount of space these things take up, because for me, a lot of the reason I feel lazy and stop making things from fresh, especially when I know I'm fully capable, is just because it's a lot of effort to get out
all the
appliances that are heavy, and then they need to be wiped down. down, and a lot of times they don't go in the dishwasher. Absolutely everything but the unit itself pops into the dishwasher.
And I mean, I'm telling you, when you feel this, it's rock solid. This isn't a bunch of plastic wimpy pieces.
Not at all.
I mean, and you can even feel the grip is beautiful on
German
this.
stainless steel. The
Really
Braun
nice.
name goes a long way in quality, and you are getting it. Now, do you see what I'm doing right now? This is still boiling. You can see the bubbles popping all over, yet I am able to work with it in a blender. This is how immersion blenders truly came to be, is that this is how chefs in the restaurant make their soups. And the reason they do it is because if you don't have an immersion blender, oh, and I'm getting a great vortex of really hot liquid. If you don't have an immersion blender, you have to cool your soup, put it in your large countertop blender, and then blend and then transfer it. Now, what we're able to do with an immersion blender is put the actual blending unit into this boiling hot soup because it didn't spray. I did not say ouch. We actually just sat here in a very nice conversation and I kind of forgot I was working with a boiling liquid because it's that easy.
That's brilliant.
So when we do our butternut squash soup, when we do anything that we want to have just a little bit more texture, I didn't even add the cream, and I gotta tell you why, and I know my sous chef is like, come on, you're supposed to add the cream. The reason is, it is so well blended,
wow.
I don't think I need it. Look in here.
That's
I'm
beautiful.
gonna save those calories, and we're gonna dish it without it, because I wanna show you how incredibly smooth it gets.
And what was it?
Butternut squash.
Oh, beautiful.
So I love this for this season because I have to tell you, any kind of squash soup,
It's so delicious.
what will
in the
you pay for
fall.
this? You know, even at the quick serve counters, they're $8.
Right.
Go to a nice restaurant, it's $15 for a bowl of soup. Would you like to know how you make this? It's butternut squash, which you can buy pre-cut. You can roast it. I think you could actually even buy it roasted frozen now in some of the grocery stores. And then you're gonna add some spices, and that is it. If you want to add...
But it's the immersion blender that gives
Yes.
it that richness and that flavor and that texture, because again, it's unlike just boiling something to death and then kind of mushing it around, you know.
And then the fresh herb.
Oh, nice. Which
Now,
you obviously used and made in the chopper.
We did. Now take a sniff of a fresh herb and the difference.
Oh, Jesus.
Isn't that amazing?
That's 300% different than just a store-bought herb.
Unlocking a fresh
That's
herb.
gorgeous.
And even
It's
if you
gorgeous.
buy them fresh at the store, it's when you make the cuts that the aromas come,
The
that you
flavors
really
come out.
get to enjoy it.
Oh, you have two colors. We have the red, we have the black. It's really, really simple. I just think this is one of those really smart tools. I mean, think about everything that you need for a food processor. You've got it, and that's a $25 additional purchase normally. You want a masher? You might not use it every single week, but daggone it when you're gonna make those potatoes, or you wanna get healthier and do that cauliflower mashed. This is a $25 additional piece that goes with this. You also get the beaker. We're gonna talk about whipping, and you get the unit itself. All of this is the lowest price we've ever offered. There's never been a better time. We have 4 flex pays. You can get this home right away for about $15, and all of that comes in this one special configuration. This is, quite frankly, we've sold this before, and it's a great item. It's a customer pick at $79. When I walked in and saw it was $59, I was like, okay, now that got my attention.
I know, the value is amazing.
Super value.
Something simple like salsa. Again, they're just not good in the jars. I have bought so many jars and trying to find one that was decent, totally give up because it's really only 5 ingredients. We use tomatillos with some roasted onion to make it a little fancy, but you could do this with regular tomatoes, jalapenos, some lime, some onion. You're good to go. Do you see what I did with the chopper jar?
You just used it.
It's so pretty. I just nestled it right on in there and used it. I love the way this looks. So it's just a fun little add-on.
That is delicious.
Isn't that wonderful? That is roasted tomatillos with onions.
Wow.
I know.
Is there anything else in there?
You know what, Renee's? Garlic and olive oil.
Woo,
there you go.
That is so good.
And the nice thick chips help too. So again,
my gosh.
easy to use because it's all about what you're using. 350 watts is as much power as that you have in your countertop blender. So the fact that you've got it in the palm of your hand means you have all the control. I'm touching low, I am touching high, and I don't have to do anything else. You actually do it innately.
But Stephanie, do you find that as we head into the fall, people will realize more and more because of all the events coming up and football and everything happening that they'll use this so much more than they ever imagined they would?
Oh, absolutely.
Would you think that?
Well, for one thing, it's so much easier to take out than anything else that you work with. You know, I keep it right in my silverware drawer. So it's not like I'm bending over, hauling up things.
Picking a big blender
So that as I
up.
go to make salsa, which honestly, I'm decent with a knife. I might have rough chopped it and made it more of a pico de gallo, but I would be like, oh, well, I could just whip it through this really
real fast.
So whipping cream, there's nothing better than fresh whipping cream. Am I guilty of buying it in the container? I am, because I think, oh, well, I really want to get out the blender while I'm entertaining and do all that. Sure I will, because it took me about 15 seconds.
That's crazy.
You know, so when you realize with a tool like this Braun, there's just no reason
well, even
not
if
to do
you
it
have
fresh.
a whole gang coming over, you're doing a frittata.
Okay.
And you have to whip together a whole bunch of eggs.
Oh, the eggs get so light and fluffy
again,
if you
that
use
whole
the
air
whisk.
use the whisk and use the beaker, and you're gonna have the best frittata, the best omelets, even the best scrambled eggs. Put a little cream in there.
Absolutely.
Done.
And here's what I would say about kind of upping your cooking game. This doesn't take a lot of skill or effort to use. Sure. I am literally snapping it in and out of the different appliances. That could not be easier. I am using push button technology from Braun.
And show them that what you're doing right there.
Yep, so here is low. You can see it's running it there. Here is high. I can pulse if I want. If I want to send it going, I don't want to do it too much more. It's going to turn into a puree here for me. So I'm going to make a fun little dessert. And you can do this with absolutely anything, but I got to tell you, the fresh berries are definitely my favorite. So I took a wafer. You can also do this with those ready-to-go shortcakes that they sell in the grocery.
Sure,
yeah, real easy.
That's a great idea. Especially during strawberries, with strawberries.
Right. Let's go this order. There is no wrong way to do this, I was told, because I said, well, what's the exact order? And they said, whichever way you want.
Just get it on there.
Get it on there, because it looks good. But look, fresh whipping cream, so it's going to be so light and airy. Then I put a little of the berry puree, and then let's make some layers.
A little sandwich.
Again, think about what you would pay for this. In a fine bakery. And we're gonna do more than a sandwich. We're gonna layer up like 4 or 5 of
cake.
these. Yeah,
That's
exactly.
awesome.
Look at us go here. So again, is this complicated? No. Is this something that you would pay for in a restaurant because it looks good and it's fresh and it tastes great? I could put a little swirl on the plate for you, but I won't go too over the top. But the bottom line is, anything that you're doing fresh is easy to do with the right tools. Well, it doesn't get any easier than just putting it in your hand.
But also, Stephanie, I think the problem is a lot of us either hate to cook or love to cook, but the challenge is that we hate the prep.
Absolutely.
You know, it's doing all this fancy stuff, you know, typically takes, 20 different appliances on your kitchen counter. Yeah. Now you've got one. So if it's gonna be, if you only used it to make that juice, to do your juicing.
It's worth it just for that.
100%.
That's why I want to show you again.
If you really are committing yourself to eating healthier, and maybe you're making the protein shakes, which I do every morning, but I always always add a banana. I always put in extra spinach in my protein shake.
So you need a little oomph.
I need a lot of
that 350 watts.
Absolutely. I put raspberries in mine, and I'm doing it every single morning. And again, I think you'll stay committed to a better, healthier eating plan if you have a tool that's convenient and easy.
And here's the thing, maybe you're using it for the healthy eating as your main function, but then you realize how great it is for holidays. Then you realize that your tailgates are better with fresh salsa, and you realize that dessert is way more fun with fresh whipping cream.
And easy. I love the fact you can be fancy without being difficult, right?
And it goes right in the dishwasher.
And you're good.
And you're good to go.
Braun. Come on, you know that name. That German engineering is insane.
I really like the red, too.
I love the red, actually, too. All right, Steph, thanks for hanging out tonight.
Good to see you.
And stay right there. Again, please remember, this is the lowest price we've ever offered on it. Black or red are your options. You get everything you see right here. Take advantage of it before it's gone. All right, what's happening at midnight tonight? Well, we're going to take the last look at our today's special coming up next in this day. But at midnight, we're launching a brand new one. So, we're a couple hours away. What are we talking about? A beautiful new vacuum from Shark. This thing is powerful, and it's handy, and it's easy. And I definitely want you to see that, and that will happen at midnight after Beauty Spy, which is coming up at 11. Next, you're going to take a last look at our current today's special. We'll do it just around the corner.
A fresh take on timeless classics. For all women, simple, easy, elegance.
Let's get it, let's get it!
Style that works today, every day. Vanessa Williams on HSN.
Think all remote controls are the same? Think again. Now when you're watching HSN and you see something you want, you can use your remote control to order it. It's fast, it's easy, and it's a safe way to order. With HSN, shop by remote. A home is a powerful thing. HSN Cares has partnered with Habitat for Humanity to help empower women through home ownership. Since 2011, we've been able to help Habitat homeowners create a better future for themselves and their families. thanks to thousands of volunteer hours from our team members and your generous donations. 100% of the donation you make through HSN Cares will go directly to Habitat for Humanity. Donate today.
Sundays are for shopping and style here at HSN. Join me, Callie Northagen, for all the latest in fashion, footwear, and accessories. Watch live on HSN or the HSN app.
The appraised values you see at HSN are set by independent, professionally certified appraisers. They determine, as closely as possible, the approximate retail cost of replacing or recreating the item, not the possible sell or purchase price. Because subjective estimates and judgments are involved, appraisals may vary by as much as 25%. Call your customer service rep for more information.
Tell you right off the bat that I think the name of this Dash appliance is completely wrong when you see it pop up on the screen, which happens, right? Oh, I did. In a minute, I'll tell you why I think it's wrong. This is our last look at our today's special, and you're gonna love it. There it is, there's the magic right there. Okay guys, and here's where I think the problem lies in this. This is a Dash appliance, and I think we should have done this. I think we should have said, Dash 1450 watt, 10 liter oven with air frying. See, that would have made more sense to me, because a lot of us experience the world of air frying. I have an air fryer at home, it's round. I have to open it up, I gotta shake the basket. It doesn't hold anything other than air frying stuff, and it's certainly not an oven. This actually starts as an oven. It does everything your big old hot, heavy, unused stove does. It's a true, honest to goodness oven. And then, by the way, it's one of the most unique air frying systems that we've ever offered. So as we go into this presentation, watch it from that perspective. Watch it from, oh my gosh, how cool, look, I could literally pick this oven and take it to another person's house if I wanted to. And then if I want to air fry and have guilt-free eating, it's gonna do that as the plus, okay? Let's start off with that. Now, we have 4 great colors. We have the beautiful white, it is almost sold out. I have 400 left. If you saw our presentation earlier today or with me and Kelly last hour, the white will be gone here pretty darn quickly, so do not wait if you're thinking about getting the white. We also have a gorgeous blue, which we all agree is like, look how handsome that is. It's such an awesome neutral, right? Would you what?
I think it's a nice neutral.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I think it's just such a pretty color.
Yeah, it's not too
red
bright.
is always one of our faves, so we love the red. There it is. You can tell it's made out of metal. And then finally, actually my personal favorite, which I think has a little retro flair to it, is this really cool aqua. I think that's neat. Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
So what does this do? Well, remember, it's an oven, and the bonus is it's guilt-free eating because it's an air fryer on top of all that. Have I explained myself clearly?
Perfectly clearly.
Because
yes.
don't you think our graphics are a little wrong?
Yeah, I mean, because you got an air fryer, right? Maybe you have already that air fryer. This is first and foremost, you know, gonna bake, it's gonna toast, it's gonna broil, it has a broil button, and it's gonna air fry. So look at it however way you wanna look at it. And it's only about a square foot. It's about 14.5 inches high. It's definitely gonna fit under your cabinet, but you're gonna leave it out at all times.
Oh yeah.
The rotating basket comes included. This is not something you have to buy it extra, it's coming included. And you can see what's happening is that rotating basket is just spinning around, circulating my French fries so that they crisp evenly.
Because
now,
what happens normally with air frying?
so with air frying, and most traditional air fryers, and they're great, and I'm not knocking them, in fact, I've got a few, but I have to open it and shake it to make sure that all the air is getting to all the French fries. This is shaking it for you and just in the way of it's rotating the basket. You can see, and you can't feel it, but my hand is feeling the super convection. It's a super fan on the inside that's circulating the hot air, giving me these beautiful, crispy, crunchy French fries. So, but this could be filled with chicken wings. It could be filled with your veggie tempura, shrimp tempura, egg rolls, whatever you want to pop, jalapeno poppers, whatever you want crispy, crunchy without the oil. You can have crispy, crunchy without the oil. And that's what air frying is. Deep frying is, you know, sort of what we used to do. Hopefully some of you are transitioning into air frying, but This goes in our body, it makes us feel terrible. It's filled with calories, fat, cholesterol. It's not like you feel good after eating, you know, deep fried food. It's just that we like to eat deep fried food because it crisps up our food.
Yes.
And we're Americans, and many of you are from the South, and we eat fried foods, right? I mean, I would consider Florida South, you know? We don't have the accents.
All right,
but
who doesn't love fried food?
Yeah,
Let's
who
be honest.
doesn't, no matter where you
live.
we love our fried foods, right? Now, you could wait for this to cool. You could pop on an oven glove, but I'm gonna go ahead and take it right down to my French fry basket. And these French fries, they're golden, they're crispy, they're crunchy, are going to taste like you went to your favorite fast food restaurant and you ordered the French fries that they had from the back in the deep fry basket, but no oil was used. No oil was harmed in the making of these French fries, only air. Only calorie-free, light, fluffy, superheated air to make my crispy, crunchy, golden French fries.
Oh, okay, let me try one.
All right, yes, please do. Hope you saved some room from last
just
hour.
a little, I don't know, I've been working it hard though.
So at the end of the day, it's, as we mentioned, this is not just an air fryer. If you got this home and it was just the most attractive air fryer ever, that would be perfect.
And the easiest to clean.
And the easiest to clean, and you know, the best footprint and the best looking, because it's by Dash, and Dash does everything so well in terms of how it works, how it looks, but it's not just your air fryer. It's your air fry oven.
Okay, now this is what's really different. You saw that little knob, and I'm gonna read the knob to you so I'll talk about the knobs. It toasts, so you can do toast in here. So you can toast your English muffins, you can toast your bagels, you can toast your bread. 3 different settings, light, medium, or dark on the toast. It bakes, so if you wanna bake a cake or brownies, guess what? It's going to do your traditional baking. It's a broiler, so if you wanna do traditional broiling, you can do that. You see the baking right there. And then the final one is going to be warm. So if you just want to keep something warm, let's say it's Thanksgiving and you've just cooked a casserole inside here. Let's say you did your classic, you know, bean casserole that everybody loves, the onion things and the French onion, you know, did that. And you wanted to keep it warm while you're getting ready for dinner, and maybe you're using your standard oven for the turkey. Well, guess what? It goes to a warm function. And then it does the air fry. Please think about this. It's an oven. How cute is this to have a real oven on your countertop? When was the last time you used your traditional oven? Maybe you stopped using because it's you and maybe somebody else, and you're like, that's a waste of energy, my space, I can't get down to it anymore. I don't want to get low to pull something out. Now, you can have all the functions that you want in an oven, and then it's gonna be your guilt-free eating on air frying as well. I think it's brilliant what Dash has done on this.
It really is, and if you even, there's only a handful of these in the marketplace, and they're like over $200, air fry ovens.
Wow.
They were some of the first out on the scene. This is the only air fry oven TS we've ever done at HSN. It's the best, it's one of the best priced air fryers we sell, let alone the fact that it's an oven and a toaster and a broiler, and it's got that keep warm feature. You can see you can go from something crispy and crunchy like your French fries. We've got 4 pieces of salmon with our asparagus, with some lemon we're roasting, with some cherry tomatoes. So it can go from as crispy crunchy to as healthy as you want. Like you use this however you see fit, however you eat. It will adapt to your lifestyle. I love it for pizza because it gets nice and hot. It's a small cooking space, so you get that crunch that you want underneath that crust. So if you get it and you use, you know, you use it for your frozen personal pizzas, or you want to make your pizzas from scratch from the dough. I always buy the dough pre-done. Look at underneath there. It's like it came out of that wood fire oven, right? It is going to be the best pizza maker, the best chicken wing maker, the best French fry maker. It'll do quesadillas, grilled cheese, your chicken fingers. You know, the sky's the limit. I mean, utilize this for almost every single meal, maybe except for your Thanksgiving turkey that's 20 pounds.
Right.
Right?
Because we're even gonna show you a full-size chicken.
A full-size roaster chicken.
Roaster chicken is inside here as well. So it's not like you're going, oh, it's only gonna feed one person. This is 4 huge slices.
4 big slices.
You made a dinner for 4 in there with 4
salmon
big pieces of salmon. So please don't think of this as being, oh, a small little footprint for a single person, or maybe just for, you know, I don't know, just a snack.
No.
It's so much more than that.
It's a full meal, you're eating the pizza. I like how she takes a little teeny tiny corner and then I eat the remainder.
So good.
I'll have that other slice you cut there.
Okay.
But you can see right here, she's eating the pizza. This is a full-size steak. We've got 3, you know, big giant garlics that we're roasting, and then we also have our potatoes, our vegetables. It could be whatever vegetable you want.
I mean, that's easy a dinner for 2.
Oh, it's easily a dinner for 2. You could have chicken breast on there. You could have pieces, you know, have catfish on there. It's totally up to you, whatever you wanna do. You can have pork chops on there. And then because I want a little bit of a sear, I'm gonna do broil. So you can hit that broil over here, and you can broil over here. It goes up to 450 degrees. Give it about 10, 11 minutes, and you've got a beautifully cooked steak where you didn't have to go outdoors and grill, didn't have to get out a frying pan. All you have to do is take that baking rack, throw it in your dishwasher because it's dishwasher safe, and you've got a beautiful meal where you haven't turned on your stovetop and you haven't turned on your oven. You've simply utilized a nice sized countertop oven. Think about the toaster oven. Why was it invented? We hated our big ovens. The toaster oven was meant to be a smaller version of our big ovens because our big ovens just didn't do well for us. And then we decided, okay, a toaster oven should serve multiple purposes, and Dash has created that oven. It's an air fryer. It's going to toast 4 slices, light, medium, or dark setting.
That's great.
Yeah, it's gonna broil and it's gonna bake.
Well, and you think about this, my air fryer at home, all it is, I love it, and I use it all the time. It's just an air fryer, okay? My oven, I don't use my oven. I really don't, because it's very rare that I want to fool with it. I don't want to heat it up, it's just me and my husband. But with this, you now get the best of all worlds. And for those of you who say, well, maybe your oven's broken, how much would it cost, literally, to repair your oven right now? Why would you do that when basically you could feed up to 4 people just by using our today's special? Do you love your chicken wings? Oh, please, my husband, yes, and so does my director. Dustin and my husband, they are chicken wing crazy. The reason we love chicken wings and the reason we love the texture is we want them to be super crisp, right? Well, the thing is, you think, well, if I just bake chicken wings, you don't get that satisfaction of that crispness. But when you use the air fry function and then do chicken wings, guess what happens? You get the crispness of frying them in oil, but absolutely none of the guilt. There's no oil. Look at me, I'm just taking over.
Please do.
I'm having at it.
Because look at those crispy, crunchy chicken wings.
Look at these little pieces and parts. This is what we live for. And absolutely 0 oil went into making these, but you get the taste. And actually, you know what I think? They're much better tasting than with oil because you truly taste that crunch and you taste the chicken.
We don't love the taste of oil. Nobody looks at a can of vegetable oil and goes,
drink a teaspoon of that.
Yeah, you don't want to drink it, but we use it to crisp up our food, and she's just demonstrating it tastes like a chicken wing. It tastes like a fried chicken wing, but it's fried with air, not oil.
Come on, look how juicy and delicious that is. Dang, you know that's the best part right there too.
It really is. It's that big, beefy, meaty piece with that crispy, crunchy on the exterior. My husband is a chicken wing snob, and one year, this has been almost a year ago now, we had the big game party, and I made the chicken wings, and my dad and my husband said, where did you order these from? They literally thought they came from a fast food restaurant or a bar or something. I said, I air fried them in my air fry oven. And they were blown away because they didn't taste the oil, but they tasted the crispy, crunchy. They love it. And you can go from something like that to something super healthy, but at a restaurant, they would deep fry the eggplant. This is lightly breaded with a egg white wash and then a little bit of breading. You can see we added a little cheese and some red sauce. Now we don't have to deep fry these. No oil do we have to use. I'm just gonna pop it in my air fry oven, close the, the front. I love that I can see through it. I'm gonna select air fry. I'm gonna give these a little bit, maybe 10 minutes. I'm gonna go up to about 375 degrees. You'll get the feel for this. The only thing I would say in terms of adjusting your recipes is that it's gonna cook faster. So everything is gonna cook faster in your air fry oven. Wow, Susie just
I picked one up to bring it over.
Look at this.
Can you imagine going to your friend's house? You know her oven's gonna be stuffed with stuff.
Oven will travel.
I'm telling you, you walk in and say, oh, I'm gonna bake a pie for dinner. And they go, no, 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 my oven's full of all this stuff. You can't use the oven. You go, I don't need to. I brought my own oven.
I love it.
Or what I love is think apartment, think first couple, think a studio place. Do you have a spot that has a kitchenette? We're very fortunate we bought this little teeny weeny cabin up in Michigan. There ain't an oven in it because it's so small. It's actually a kitchenette, but we do want an oven every now and then. There's not even a toaster in it. This actually is gonna do all of it.
There's a toaster and now you have an air fryer.
I have an air fryer, an oven, a toaster, a broiler, and a warmer.
Yes.
And literally, you can walk in with your own oven, which I think would be hilarious. But understand, the size is fantastic, but really it's meant to truly work. I think sometimes when you see a size this small that I could literally carry around, you're thinking, are you gonna get really oven-like results? Yeah. You betcha.
You're seeing is believing.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
that pizza is insane.
Everything here is cooking in these ovens. It's been cooking in these ovens all day. We're even baking in the oven, so you can see we did our beautiful cinnamon rolls. Whether you just want to wake up in the morning and have a gorgeous cinnamon roll, or maybe you want to toast. I'm gonna put these rolls next to my toast really quick. Okay, so look, light, medium, and dark toast. Nice. If you're doing breakfast, you could do frittatas, and then our cinnamon rolls as well. At the end of the day, whatever you're using it for is the right thing, right? Because now I didn't turn on my big oven. I didn't use a microwave to make something sad and soggy. You know, microwaves really aren't meant to cook our food too well. And if you are microwave cooking, maybe it's time to grab this oven because it's about the size of a microwave.
That's true.
You know, I mean, it's actually probably a little smaller than my microwave.
And I'll tell you, it's so darn cute too.
Yeah,
I think this will look
adorable.
so adorable on your kitchen. And people will say, what is that? You go, oh, that's my oven. Yeah. They're like, no, 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 your big oven's down there holding all the pots and pans inside it. You go, no, no, this is my oven. Yeah. And then remember too, for the exact same price of the air fryer, it adds the air frying element to it. Smarter and better than any air fryer we've ever offered on the air.
It's true, it's attractive. Dash makes things so attractive. I absolutely love the way that they think. This is all steel on the outside, it's painted steel, and this is stainless on the front, so you get that beautiful stainless steel look. But this is not a plastic oven. This is not chintzy. This is not something that's gonna fall apart in a week or two. Right. This is in it for the long haul.
Can you imagine taking that camping?
Oh yes, if you have an electric outlet, we would call that glamping.
This is 100% glamping, for sure.
This would be glamping.
But it could be for your RV.
Sure.
Maybe you have an RV that's got an old stove or a broken stove or an oven you don't use, or an oven really that you don't use. You just put this on the counter. Maybe you're downsizing, or maybe you're going to the tiny house movement, which I'm a massive fan of.
This is so perfect for the tiny house movement.
Oh my gosh, and I think in our minds we're all trying to, at least I know I am, downsize, simplify life. I don't need a big honkin' oven. Here's a true story too, so we're moving in, we are seriously downsizing, like really, because I'm over it. I'm just downsizing,
Doesn't want all the stuff,
And I'm redoing this little kitchen in this place we're gonna move to, and guess what I am not installing?
You're not doing an oven?
I'm not putting an oven in there.
I tried to do not an oven in my new kitchen and everybody looked at me like it was crazy.
Nope, I am not putting an oven in there.
That's
but you know what's gonna happen without an oven? I'm gonna wish I had one.
You're gonna need something.
But again, if you're space starved, this is phenomenal. Do you live in a studio? Do you have just a kitchenette? Maybe you've wanted to have an oven in like a little section, like maybe you have a guest room or a guest part of your house.
Like an in-law suite.
Can you imagine an in-law suite? Don't give them their own oven, just stick this on top of the counter and let them cook for themselves. Maybe you have a little guest house and it doesn't have an oven in it. This would be perfect for that. Oh my gosh.
I love that idea. What a great idea. Or maybe this is for a dorm room, or maybe you're gifting this to a young couple that's just moving into their first apartment. Something
or someone
like
who lives by themselves.
Yeah,
I mean, you've got a single person who lives by themselves.
It's really good for anybody. I mean, I don't know anybody that's like, I have all this extra space. Look at that white meat. That's for you, girlfriend.
Thank you.
And then there's that crispy chicken skin. You heard me scraping it. But this is a 3.5 pound roaster chicken. If you go and get the rotisserie chicken from the grocery store and you don't know how long it's been sitting there, and you're just doing it because it's a convenient meal, you can make this in 35 minutes in your oven without turning on your big giant oven that's basically an energy waster, right? I just feel like our ovens are designed to dry out our food. This is not gonna be dry. You're gonna have the most beautiful white meat. It's gonna be juicy, it's gonna be tender, and then at the end, you can actually add that broil feature to get that crispy, crunchy exterior. And then we did veg around it. So this is 3.5 pounds. If I eliminated some of this veg, I could probably do a 4 pound chicken if you wanted to do a little bit larger chicken. I think the capacity on this is perfect for the average family, which is like 1 to 4, 5, 6 people. You're gonna be able to feed.
Don't you think when you see it, because it's sitting right there, right? I swear in our heads we're like, oh, it's like a little Easy Bake. You know, it's like, no, 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 no. No, no, no. It's not. It's a full functioning oven. Totally. It's just in a little petite size, but it's still gonna have a big cooking capacity, right? Isn't that the coolest thing? I just think it's just brilliant. I think if you love to cook and you need this as a second oven because you're like cook crazy, you know, you just do it all, that's great. But if you're more like most of us, I think, we want great food. We don't want to be inconvenienced by heating up a big oven. It takes forever to preheat it. Then you just want to bake a couple cookies or make some brownies and you go, oh, daggone it, I don't want to waste all the time heating up a big oven. Now you don't have to. Plus it's that air fryer, which is so smart. You get all the ooey gooey foods we love at the appetizer list on the menu at your favorite restaurant, but it's guilt-free now. So the poppers, if you want to do the mozzarella sticks that are ooey gooey.
Chicken wings,
French fries, yeah, sweet, whatever it is.
Fried pickles, fried okra. Fry it all, but use the air.
That's true.
No, I mean, you just saw our technology. I think that technology is so fantastic. We call it our air crisp technology. It's patented. Dash created the air fry technology and made it better, right? They made it better, except we don't have to ever use oil again if we don't want to. Some people might like to cook with a little bit of oil because you have that flavor, but it's not like you're deep submerging anything. This is not good for our bodies. It's filled with fat, calories, cholesterol. You know, just looking at the comparison here of the deep fried French fries versus air fry. I don't even have to speak to this picture. It's
but
like,
you think,
which would you rather?
Oh, but I'm gonna miss the crispness of the deep fried. You absolutely won't.
It's the same crisp.
It is the exact same thing.
You used air.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go over here and show you guys colors and kind of give you some updates. Number one, you need to understand, this is a today's special. If you're brand new, we do one super duper deal. It starts at midnight and it ends two ways, excuse me. Either it sells out or we get to midnight and then the new today's special starts, which means at midnight tonight, this is gonna go to $124. And I'll tell you what, we'll sell a ton of them after midnight because it's such a clever, cool, versatile idea. But if you wanna get our best deal and our best foot forward for the rest of the year, you wanna get it right now before we hit midnight. The white, I'm down to the 250 left, excuse me.
Oh,
I have
boy.
yeah, that's gonna be gone. This will not make it to midnight, so if you want the white, you really, really need to get it now. Then we have this great blue. I think the blue's beautiful. I think it's an awesome neutral. It matches a lot of our cooking lines here at HSN. Red, oh, it's called navy, excuse me. The red, always fun, always popular. We sell a lot of KitchenAids in red. We sell a lot of appliances in red. So if you love that awesome red color, it's great. Probably my favorite though is this aqua. I totally love this color. I think it's a little retro looking. Any of the choices available for under $100, plus we have 5 flex pays, which means you can use a major credit card or PayPal. You'll spread your payments out over 5 months, but you get it right away. Remember, you get the rotating basket, you get the basket where you did the chicken wings in this basket, so you get, this is the rotating, this is the basket. Here's your tray we did the deep dish pizza in. Here's your oven rack included with it. So you get all of that, plus you're gonna get a booklet that has recipes to get you started and your how-to, because it is different cooking. Remember, this is smaller, so you're gonna cook a lot quicker because it heats up so much faster than a standard big old oven, right? And then I wanna show you this. It's air frying. This specifically was made by Dash to go to our today's special. There are tons of recipes, things that will surprise you. We showed last hour, but I about flipped. There was a full-on pork roast in here. There's some tofu, filet pork cutlet, fish and chips, how about that? I love it, look at this, Cajun fried chicken thighs you can do. How about air fryer burgers, which are insane. We didn't do a burger today. Pork and shiitake dumplings. Like the list goes on and on. Look at those. Sriracha chicken wings. Yum. Stop the presses.
Air fried chicken wings, no oil.
Yeah, right?
No oil.
And they truly taste like that bar chicken wing that you absolutely love. And this is also a customer pick. It's 144 pages. It goes back to this beautifully. It gives you a lot of ways to really maximize your use of that. But what's funny is this only covers air frying.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't cover,
it doesn't cover all the other things you can do in your oven.
Toasting, roasting, baking, broiling, keep warm.
It's true, that's true.
Crazy.
That's a great, and that's meant for, I mean, those of us that love to air fry, and that's all you do is, and these are the easiest dials to use. It's not like there's anything complicated. It's literally temperature, time, and then your function. So temperature and time you probably got. Air fry, bake and toast, warm, and broil. And then if you want to rotate, and I'm going to show you that right now, you can see on the inside my basket here is rotating. It's spinning around my Brussels sprouts and bacon, crisping them up like nothing else can do. Because in a traditional air fryer, I would have to open this basket, shake it up, make sure all the air was circulating around every little piece.
And you have to do it multiple times.
You have to do it multiple. You can't just do it once, right? Because you're only just agitating it one time. And then this is doing that for me. So it's a rotisserie basket. And then if I want to stop the rotation because I want to remove it, I just hit that button that says off.
And show them the little catch down here because my air fryer is really hard to clean. It drives me crazy. I love the results. I can't really get to all the parts to clean it properly.
Yeah, so it just has the crumbs that drip down. That might be a little bit of fat. Yeah. And you can just wipe that clean, or this is actually dishwasher safe as well.
That's brilliant, right?
Yeah, it's nice, and it's just a really good, it looks like such a simple design, but Dash has thought of everything. I mean, I really can't think of that many features of this that I'm missing. I mean,
well, I love the fact that in my air fryer, I cannot see in it.
Yeah,
I literally have to pick it up, stop the whole process. It releases a lot of the heat, and I have to check to see how things are doing. Then I put the lid back down on it, and it resumes. With this one, I love the fact that you can see just like, it's an oven.
Yeah, it looks like an oven.
Last time you bought an oven for $100? Okay, I'm just saying. And by the way, now it's an air fryer too. Yeah. I really want to, I almost sound like a broken record, but I just want you to really understand how clever this is. It's brilliant.
It really is.
It's truly brilliant.
I think it's gonna be ravely reviewed. I think when people get it home and they realize how simple it is to use and how the results are amazing every time and how they're gonna be consistent results and how it's just gonna be kind of goof-proof. Yeah. It's gonna, you may just start to like, the pounds might start to fall off your body because of the amount of oil that you're not ingesting. Right. You know, I mean, this is just, you can see, this is just the bacon fat has smothered these, and you've got the bacon with the Brussels sprouts. If there's anybody in your life that does not like a vegetable, give them an air fried vegetable because it's crispy, it's crunchy, it tastes better. There's something about the crisping up of the air that brings out the natural flavors of the food that this masks. This will crisp it up, but it doesn't bring out those beautiful flavors. The chemical, something about, it's gotta be chemistry, like with that superheated air, that just sort of makes things taste better. They're crispier, they're crunchier. You know, we live in America, we love crunchy. We love our French fries, we love our chicken wings, we love all of that, but at the end of the day, we don't love the oil. Right. So we've gone into this air fry craze, and now we've got an air fryer that's also an oven. This is the technology. The air crisp technology is patented by Dash, so they've basically taken air frying to a whole new level. What we're doing is we're actually pulling air into the oven, we're superheating it, and then we're spinning it around the food. We're circulating it. It's kissing every little piece of our food, you know, the inside of our French fry, the outside, the exterior, the interior. It's making it crispy and crunchy so that it tastes delicious, but we haven't crisped it up with any oil.
But also, you can bake a little cake. You can do the cupcakes.
Yep, absolutely.
Think about the holidays. Think about making Christmas cookies.
Yes, Christmas cookies.
I'm telling you, get this at home, and maybe you've said, oh, I haven't used my oven forever because it's just too much of a pain. Why heat it up just for me? Sure. Why heat it up for just me and my partner? Yeah. Well, now you go, oh, let's make Christmas cookies, grandkids. Hey, let's make some brownies. Let's make a little cake in here. Let's do cupcakes. If you really start to think about all the capabilities, how about just a great piece of toast? How about doing a ham and cheese, grilled toasted cheese sandwich?
Tuna melt.
Yeah, which would be great. How about doing a Philly cheesesteak? How about that? Yeah. We can do the vegetables. Oh, absolutely. We can slice the meat and put it in there. Yes. Cook it up and have a great Philly cheesesteak.
Yes, I mean, the sky's the limit. You don't have to turn on your big oven. Right. You don't have to open up your stovetop and turn on the burners and do this, that, or the other with the fry pans. You don't have to do it. Sure. The other thing is, think about the holiday season. You know, we've got Halloween, which is approaching, then we've got Thanksgiving, then we've got Christmas and Hanukkah, then we've got the New Year, then we have the big game. I mean, it's like boom, 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 boom.
It's cooking season.
We are in it. Calories don't count starting October 1st. At least that's what I've been told. So we're good, right? Suzanne's gonna stop drinking her celery juice here in a minute.
No, I won't.
No, she won't. But you can see we're using our own bakeware. And that's important to me because I don't wanna have to buy anything special, right?
So what size bakeware?
So this is a 10x7 casserole dish, but anything that'll fit, I mean, 8x8 will fit, 9-inch pie pan will fit. Great. Try it. If it fits and it's oven safe, you are good to go to use it.
Awesome.
I love this.
So if you have like silicone
will work. Yeah, stainless will work. This is ceramic will work. Yeah. Whether you got it here at HSN or whether you've had it for years, you know, we all have that bakeware that we love to cook in. If it will fit, you are good to go and it's oven safe.
Now, I will say, this is deep.
Yeah,
this easily is a side dish for 6 people.
Oh my goodness. This is your scalloped potatoes. Yeah,
6
maybe
people
even
are
8.
Eating. Maybe 8, yeah. I mean, good portions.
Yeah, these are.
Okay, I have to give an update, my love.
Yes. Oh, did we lose a color again?
Well, we're darn close. Okay. Here we go. I'm just going over to my white.
Oh boy. That white is gonna go bye-bye here any minute.
I personally love the aqua.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, oh my gosh, if you ever wanted to have a countertop oven and you want something super retro, I think the aqua is great. That would be my pick of the show. Then we have red. It goes back to all those great red appliances that you might already have if you want it coordinated. Then we have the navy. This is a beautiful blue, which I consider this a neutral. It really is gorgeous. Here's the white. So here's the story in the white. It will not make it to midnight. It will be completely sold out. And I think the white is super easy as a gift. If it's a new couple, if you're getting to someone who's downsizing, maybe you have someone in your life who really they're just not cooking like they used to. Maybe it's someone older and you said, gosh, you know, Mom, you used to make so many great dishes. Well, you know what? Maybe it's very difficult for her to get down to an oven. Yeah. You think about that.
Oh, so true.
So if you
for me,
I'm like, hate it.
Oh, goodness.
I do too. I'm like, really? And you're trying to dig something out of it. Imagine just being right on your tabletop or your countertop and go boom. Actually, it's really funny. Yeah. You could cook tabletop.
Yeah, for sure. So you can take this anywhere.
Oh my gosh, if you're the woman who does all the church functions and you're cooking up a storm, this is how you do all the side dishes. If you're the gal, imagine this. Imagine having a big football party and right there in the living room, you're cooking the wings and serving them.
That would be perfect.
How much fun would that be?
I mean, if everybody's sitting outdoors and you live somewhere, you know, it's nice outdoors, you can take this out to the lanai. I took mine out to the lanai yesterday because I'm not allowed to cook Brussels sprouts in the house. It's a thing at my house. Not allowed to cook Brussels sprouts in the house. My husband does not like the way they smell when they're cooking. So I'm required to go outdoors, and I'm like, oh man, I'll just pick it right up. Just literally, I took it out poolside, and I'm like eating my Brussels sprouts out by the pool.
That's hysterical.
Yeah, it's true story. But you know,
so and I love this one too.
Yeah.
If you're, come on, we all did this. You know,
I've got a 5-year-old. This is a food group.
Yeah, this is his food group.
This is a vegetable.
Chicken
and
wings.
This is a protein.
and we love this, right?
Yes.
And again, this is completely frozen. In here, how many minutes?
10 minutes, 450 air fry.
From
10
frozen.
minutes from frozen, 450 degrees air fry.
That's crazy.
It's crazy,
Yeah.
It's simple, there's no thinking involved. If you go to the frozen food section and you pick out, the broccoli tots, the tater tots, whatever you want to choose, if they're frozen and you want them crispy, crunchy, you do 10 minutes, 450 air fry, and they're gonna be delicious.
And instead of going through the drive-thru, like really think about it. If you go through the drive-thru and you have mommy grandma guilt because you do that a lot, how much money do you spend every time you hit that drive-thru? Well, buy it frozen, you're gonna get it faster, it's gonna taste better, and it's gonna be healthier for them, because remember, we're not now frying these, and then you don't get the wimpy taste of baking them either. Like you try to get baked fries to kids, daggone it, they know it.
Listen, it's not worth the calories if you're gonna do sad, soggy French fries. I saw that shot.
Nobody wants them anyway.
Nobody wants sad, soggy French fries. I love that picture of the apple pie because, we always do pies at the holiday, and whether you love to do an apple pie, whether you like a pecan pie, a pumpkin pie, a blackberry pie, a peach cobbler, any of those will bake in here. But just a reminder, you don't have to adjust the recipe in terms of the temperature, but I will say things cook fast. So go ahead and walk past, look inside that Clearview oven, check on it, does it need a little bit less time? Because it cooks quickly, and I mean, I think that's a huge, bonus. I love doing pumpkin seeds. Every year we do the pumpkin seeds when I was a kid. Now I'm starting that tradition with my son. He's into the pumpkin seeds, and we just dig them right out of the pumpkin, put them on, you're getting the baking tray coming included. I do a little sea salt, you could do like a little soy sauce that gives them nice flavor, and then pop it on the inside, and I'm gonna air fry them. Now, back when I was a kid,
So you are gonna air fry?
Yeah, I'm gonna air fry them because it's faster.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it will dry them out and crisp them up faster, but when I was a kid, we had to bake them for like 45 minutes.
Right.
Now I can air fry them in like 12.
Oh, and by the way, this is timed.
Yeah.
So if you walk away,
it'll shut itself off.
Yeah, it'll shut, so you don't have to worry about, like your oven, does your oven shut itself off? No.
No.
Even when the timer goes off, it doesn't shut
burns.
itself off, so this will. By the way, I love this. We have a pizza stone.
Yes.
If you want to do that classic pizza stone style pizza that's so yummy, we've got the pizza stone designed to fit inside here. We also, if you want to double up your baskets and the tray, we've got that. So if you want 2 sets, if you're really cooking up a storm, we've got an extra set of the trays available. And of course, don't forget the cookbook. It's 144 pages. Let me show you the colors again. We only have a couple minutes. And I I hope you're gonna try this because number one, it's so convenient. If you know anybody, or if you just don't like the hassle of heating up your big oven or getting down there and trying to deal with it, the idea of having your oven right on your countertop is so appealing to me. It's so awesome.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I know if I had this, I would do a lot more baking and oven recipes simply because it's so easy to go like this and shove it in.
True.
And air frying,
convenient.
done.
Yeah.
I mean, air frying, number one for sure. All right, so here's the white. There's 50 left. This will be the last time you'll see that.
Oh boy.
We have the navy, which is that beautiful rich blue. We also have the red, which everyone loves the red. This is the second most popular right now. It just looks great with your other red appliances. I love this aqua. I just think it's a bit retro. It just is super cool looking. Maybe you have a kitchenette and you've always wanted to add an oven. Maybe you don't have an air fryer.
Yeah,
you
true.
can easily
a lot of people didn't buy one yet.
Right, and think about this.
Yeah.
You can easily, even here in HSN, spend more than $99 on an air fryer.
Oh my gosh, they're
Just an air
$200 and $250, and all they are is air fryers. I mean, there's certainly
They're good air fryers.
Yeah, they're good air fryers, and there's certainly a few that you can get that are a little bit less pricey. But you're talking, you know, it only air fries. This one is going to bake. These are like nice little appetizers. Remember, I mentioned that frozen freezer section. Go grab the little quiches, the little puff pastries with the spinach on the inside. How about pigs in a blanket, bagel bites, any of those jalapeno poppers, mozzarella cheese sticks, any of those little frozen foods, you're gonna love to do in an air fry, but you're not always gonna use it as an air fryer, and that's the beauty of it, because it's now my toaster oven. You know, think about, why did we invent the toaster oven? I don't know who invented it. I say we, I had nothing to do with it. But there was a big oven and we didn't like it. So we said, oh, let's make a smaller oven. Let's call it a toaster oven. Guess what? It did toast sort of kind of well. This is now your air fry oven. It's the size of a toaster oven, but it's gonna air fry, it's gonna bake, it's going to toast, light, medium, or dark. You have that selection. You're getting that rotating rotisserie basket. At the end of the day—
It broils.
Yeah, it broils.
It keeps warm.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
So you can see in here, I mean, we're gonna talk about meal prep a little, because I know a lot of you are getting healthy, and you could, you know, you have our chicken breast, we have our vegetables. I could chop this up if I wanted to, and I could do chicken salad with it on a Monday. I could plate it over zucchini noodles on a Wednesday. I could have it on a salad on Friday. I mean, meal prep for the whole week is done.
Right.
And that was like 12 minutes. These were raw about 10, 15, 12 minutes ago.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, right here live.
How's your salmon doing? Can we show the salmon?
I think it's done.
Is it?
It's
Actually,
done.
We started the we started the salmon raw. It was completely raw with veggies, right?
Yeah, so we have salmon.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
We have asparagus. We have roasted lemons, and then we have our cherry tomatoes.
And you did this in what? Oh, I'm sorry, the white is now sold out. What did you do this? Did you bake? You baked this.
Yeah, this was baked at about 325 degrees. It only took us about 9 minutes, and you can see how flaky it is.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna lift one.
Oh my gosh.
Because that was placed skin side down.
Wow.
And that didn't stick. That didn't stick.
That was delicious.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing.
Wow.
These are nice and non-stick, but they're also dishwasher safe. And if you're just joining us, these are nice and dishwasher safe. All the accessories that are coming with it are dishwasher safe. I wouldn't dishwash the pizza stone if you're purchasing the pizza stone separately.
Sure.
You never want to dishwash.
You want that to age anyway.
You want that to age. But these are dishwasher safe. They're also easy to clean up if you just wanted to wipe it clean.
Now, guys, I want you to see, I'm gonna do this, Dustin. I'm gonna start on this end, okay? And I'm just gonna kind of look at everything. I know you have one more to pull out.
Yeah,
but
no worries.
I want you to see, guys, this could be that little frozen pizza.
Yeah, the little
kids come
personal
home from
size.
school.
Yep.
They're starving. They want something. You can make that in just minutes. These are genuine French fries. They taste like they're fried, but they're not. They're air fried. Look at this deep dish pizza. This is probably one of the best pizzas I've ever had in my entire life. You control all the elements. There's not a lot of fake stuff in here or a lot of chemicals in here. And that's definitely feeding 4 people easily. Yeah. That's a hearty, hearty dinner. Look at the salmon back here, and you did that in the bake mode. Yep. That's 4 pieces of salmon, delicious asparagus, all your veggies.
Roasted
Over
lemon,
here, you did the lemon chicken. Beautiful. How about air frying true, honest to goodness, buffalo chicken wings that have that snap and that crunch to them? Down below, a Thanksgiving classic favorite.
I know,
and that definitely will feed 4 to 6 to 8 people easily
as a side dish.
So if you only use this as a spare oven on your countertop for the holidays, pull it out and use it for that, and then put it away if you want to.
But you won't. You'll use it every day.
100%. Yeah. Once you get this, you're like, forget my old oven.
You are.
Look at this roasted chicken. A beautiful, tender, delicious roasted chicken, finished off by broiling to get that little crisp. Back here, this was in the rotisserie basket. That's bacon and Brussels that have been crisped. We've done a pie. We've done this beautiful,
Scalloped potato
oh my
casserole.
gosh, this casserole is so good. It's crazy. And again, that's gonna feed 8 people easily. We've done our little snacks. Here's your little toast. Here's our baking for the breakfast. Here's the quick kids meal because you're a busy mom and you work and you don't have time and you don't want them through a drive-through. I love this. She even did shrimp tacos up here in the front.
We
and
used
what is
the
this
shrimp.
one?
We did the shrimp in the rotating basket, so you're going to be able to use that basket. And then this was our eggplant, and this would have been deep fried at a restaurant, right? If you want to deep fry something, you know, they're going to deep fry their eggplant parmesan. And at the restaurant, when we deep fry things, yeah, it tastes good in the moment. I'm not certainly going to say, oh, it tastes terrible. No, it tastes good. But you get home and you don't feel good, right? Because you've eaten something that's been deep fried. Not only does your body not feel good physically, but mentally you're like, why did I do that to myself again? You feel heavy. We know what oil does to our body. It's all that fat, the calories, the cholesterol. It's something that we know we should eliminate. And maybe if you're just on a weight loss program, or you're just quite frankly trying to make better choices in life, you are going to be able to make those choices by using air to crisp up your food rather than by using oil. So you can see what a beautiful meal for 4. You could serve this family style. We've got about 30 seconds. If I had just one thing to tell you about this air fry oven, it's by Dash. You're gonna love getting it home. You're gonna love the feeling that you get when you crisp up foods using air, not oil. Get rid of this garbage. Grab this up. It's the best price air fry oven I've ever seen. It's the very first Today's Special for an air fry oven that we've ever done here at HSN. It's been such a successful day. I've loved it, you've loved it. I can't wait to see the reviews roll in. And Suze, I'll save you some food.
Yay! Well, I think